23 is stable,
23 is unpredictable,
Inexperience.
unreliable,
23 is dope.
23 is future.
23 is amazing.
23 is dope because you can just be expressive about yourself. You can be as unique as you want. You can try new things without many people judging you. And if they do judge you, who cares? You're young and it's the time to do those things. So it's a positive about being 23.
23 is a blessing because God gave it to us simply. Able to share your story with those who may be about to go on the same path that you just got off of. So we're taking a different route in our life, and people are just getting on the route that we may have endured already.
The reason I say stable for the positive is because, when you're 23, you kind of, it's the age where you know who you are. You're not a kid, but you're not like fully an adult yet, but you can still do most things. So you're kind of stable in yourself and who you are at that time and in that age.
When I was 23, I thought I knew everything. There was nothing you could tell me that I didn't think I knew. Only to find out later in life that I didn't know anything. And I still don't, and I'm still learning every day.
And I'd have to say one negative word about being 23 is probably unreliable, because you're still learning, you're still young, you're still trying to be an adult. You're not so grown and but you're not, a kid anymore. You're kind of in that middle stage. So, transitioning into adulthood could kind of be tough for some, I guess. So I guess unreliability would have to be one negative word.
23 is unpredictable because you don't know. Some people don't know what their next step is. You may have an idea, but it's all God's plan. It's all what He wants us to do.
23, in my own words, probably the age when you wasted about 5 years of your life in college. I'd say, honestly, because you're at that point where, you have to be an adult, you have to go do stuff, and you finally are at a point in your life where you have to make your own decisions about big picture stuff, about what you want to do in life. So, and then you realize you wasted your money and stuff at school and you can't even get a job, out of school. Which I don't know, but, we'll see. I'm probably most worried about not being able to reach the goals that I've set for myself at that time, at that age yet. Or getting there and maybe not giving myself enough time, I want to do certain things by a certain age. What if 23 is not enough time to do what I want to do, So I'm afraid of that, and then I'm afraid of just not being able to achieve any of the dreams at all by that age, or if I haven't done anything to take steps to get there, by that age, then it's kind of just like, what's been the point? Most people who I know who are 23 are pretty okay. They most of them have a career or something that they're doing, or they're in school, or they're finishing up school or something like that. But they're pretty okay people. They seem like they're happy with where they're at in life. My roommate is 23, and he's doing an internship for like his major at school, and he's working at a different place, and he's also finishing up his degree. So he's got some stuff in the works, and he's getting there. He's a responsible adult, in my opinion. But he also knows how to have fun and let loose and enjoy himself. So he's kind of got that aspect. I feel like 23 is usually a good balance of being an adult and doing things you have to do, and then like having fun and letting loose and being yourself and kind of going crazy a little bit too. I expect that at 23 I'll be relatively the same person, hopefully more facial hair, but someone who I'm proud of, and someone who I would want to and would hope to be, and as far as progressing and becoming more responsible and mature. And professionally, I expect that I'll have some type of career, hopefully, some type of stable career. And yeah, and I guess emotionally and with my family and stuff, I'd hope that everything would still be the same, if not better, closer, with my parents, especially because I'm getting older, so we'll have a better close-knit bond. My sister's also as old as I am, so we'll be, kind of more like adult friends, which would be cool. But, still relatively the same person, just, a little bit older and wiser.
23 is seriously a beautiful age because you get to, I don't know, you're just at that age where you can mentor people, but you can still learn from other people, like older people or younger people at that. There's just learning experiences everywhere. I don't know, I'm just all about learning new things. I don't know, any age is beautiful, but 23 is especially beautiful because you're just at a point where you experience different things,
23 is a time that you should be trying out a lot of new things. You should be taking a lot of risks. It's a time to just be risky and, risk it for the biscuit. Do what you gotta do.
So far, I'm learning how to truly be comfortable with who I am. As my sister said earlier today, she loves that she's able to see me grow into the woman that I'm becoming. She loves the fact that I really take pride in going out and looking my best and stuff like that. She really takes pride that I am trying to be a woman of God. I have my different downfalls, but I've learned not to let that ever stop me. This is the best message probably. I've learned that it's okay to keep rebuilding your relationship with God when you feel like you've separated from Him. And that's I should have said that's one of my biggest stressors here, is really getting distracted by things that aren't of God. And then you really feel yourself distancing yourself or running away from the man who truly loves you, the one who created you. And of course you're going to be scared to rebuild that relationship with Him, but it's like you shouldn't be scared because He loves you. He's going to do things for you out of love. You just need to show that love back and act out of love. And I think that's one thing that I'm really learning is it's okay to somewhat separate yourself because you are human, but don't be scared to go back or try to rebuild that relationship because He's here for us.
What have I learned from being 23? I've actually learned a lot. I say throughout my college years, I made a lot of dumb mistakes. I'm glad they happened then, not now, because I learned a lot from them. I would say just mental toughness. That's really the main thing. Just being mentally tough, There's a lot of things that can set you back, but you just got to overcome those obstacles and just continue making it through life,
Biggest stressors. My biggest stressor would be myself, I guess, because I think with everyone battles themselves every day. A lot of people do not uplift themselves the way that they should. It's more so a lot of people find themselves comparing themselves with another person or comparing themselves with the person that they want to be, but they don't know how to take those steps to get to where they want to be. I say my biggest stressor is dealing with myself and making sure that I know who I am. And personally, and what I've been taught is the number one thing, I'm a child of God. So it's like you shouldn't let anything stop you. You shouldn't let negative thoughts stop you. Sometimes you shouldn't have negative thoughts, but we're human. So it's like, that's why I say when I give advice, I say, remember that you're human, that you aren't perfect all the time. There's only two perfect people, which is God and Jesus. So it's like, Why stress about being perfect?
Friends at 23. I like this one. I like to say this one about college. I have a bunch of acquaintances that I've met in college, but I'd really say probably like 3 or 4 actual friends, people that like if something's going wrong I could talk to or something like that. So just don't get caught up in the hype with all the people. That's what I'd say. That's my advice that I would give, especially when you just get to college. It can be overwhelming, all these people coming up to you, trying to introduce themselves. You can't fall into that. Friends at 23, it's been great. I have a couple of close friends. I think that they'll be part of most of my life, probably the rest of my life. So, yeah, it's important to gain some strong relationships by the time you're 23.
If someone is ready to be in a relationship that they should go for it, why stop? This could be your next wife, your next husband, the next person that you're going to spend your life with. Why be scared because you're too young, Or why not get or why be scared because other people may say you're too young? It's like you really have to, it's a feeling. You have to know if you want to be in a relationship or not. I've seen too many people get in relationships because they see like a video on Facebook or they see a video on Twitter that shows 2 young people being in love, but that's not you. Those are other people. You just really have to know. I don't know. You really have to find yourself have an understanding of who you are before dealing with someone else, because that person has to deal with you. You have to deal with you. So it's like, make sure you know what they are dealing with,
My goals now at this moment are, I would say, to get a new job with my career path, just start my career, get my career going. Another goal would probably be to just travel a lot. I've traveled a little bit, but I'd like to see a lot more. Am I satisfied at 23? Never. Can never be satisfied. You always got to be hungry. You just always got to want more. It's boring to be satisfied. You can never do that. So, no, I'm not satisfied. I think that people should definitely have goals. If you don't have goals, then I'm not really sure what you're doing.
Goals at 23. Goals are a good thing because it's something to look forward to as long as you keep it in your head. As long as you're focused, no matter whether it's a short goal or long-term goal or having both of them, I believe is a beautiful thing because it's just something to look forward to, something to keep your mind on. It's a reminder. Goals are reminders because it's like you may be at this point right now, but thinking about your goal, you get to think about who you would be in the future. Not to say to rush to that point, but it's nice to have a visual of where you want to be, what you want to do with any type of goal, because I just see that as motivation.
The advice that I would give those that are becoming 23, let's see here. I would just probably tell them, even though things might get tough, just to stay persistent and keep on going. Pretty much just enjoy your youth, because 23 is the age that most people are graduating, getting their first job and that kind of stuff. So I'd say up until that time, you need to live it up and really enjoy everything.
Advice for those who are not 23 yet, don't rush to get there. I say enjoy every moment of whatever age you're at. Just enjoy the moment because you may not get that moment again. Enjoy life. Understand that you're going to get here, but where you are right now, you're there for a reason. I just say don't rush because you're going to forget or not truly embrace what you have around you. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of like what I would say to my sister. I say, learn how to be a student. Learn how to listen. Be a good listener. That's the main thing. Being younger than being under 23 is just learning. Listen to people who you really respect. Which could be family members, peers, mentors, whoever. Just really listen and be ready to grow.
Youth gives you the ability at 23 to have tremendous hope that things will be different for you, that you'll find something along the way that you never planned that would ever happen to you in a million years. Like me, I never dreamed in a million years I would have the opportunities that came my way. And so I took advantage of every opportunity. And you can when you're young, because if you make mistakes, it's like you're in the first quarter of the game. You still got 3 quarters you have to go. And even at halftime, when you're older, still have half your life to go. And so the cool thing about it is, you can adjust the game plan. You can, like a quarterback coming to the line of scrimmage, you can audible, you can change things up. Later in life, you can't do that. So the big thing of 23 is that you can write your own movie. You can create your own story. You can write your own book. And it'll never be finished for a long time. Every day I thought, I was lucky because right out of college I got into a great job. And so every day I got up, couldn't wait to get to work. And I still don't have, I still have that same feeling. But back then it was so new, every day was an adventure. So just going there and creating your own canvas and taking a step back and seeing what you did was intoxicating to me, because it gave me the ability to create. And at the end of the day, it's really satisfying to know that you started the day and ended the day really in a good way. Disappointment with people, and sometimes not everybody understanding what you might be saying or feeling, or your intentions, or that you're so young they don't take you, they take you for granted a little bit, or they don't take you as seriously as you should. But I think, I don't look at things on the negative, it's never consumed me. So I've always outweighed the negative with tremendous positive. So it never had an effect on me per se. In fact, I for every mistake I made, it opened the door for the next opportunity. And without those mistakes, I wouldn't be here. I was in a company called Hershey Entertainment and Resort Company. So we had an arena, theme park, hotels. I was, just starting out, like a recruit. And I'm on this team that I was the youngest, on this team. So, I had a lot of energy in an older company. But I got started in the theme park business when it was Disney-like creation of theme parks into Disney theme parks. And so I spent a lot of time in the theme park industry at 23. And even though I didn't go on the rides and hated the rides, I was responsible for marketing the place and getting it publicity and things like that, working with celebrities, and just having a great time watching thousands and tens of thousands of people come every day to something that you were part of. It was pretty cool. Wait to get married. Wait till you have your life a little bit more logged in to know who you really are. Because at an early age, if your commitments are so many and you don't have the means really to support that, or you're psychologically not ready, it's better to wait later in life. And that's what they're doing today. People don't get married till they're in their 30s, sometimes 40s, and have kids. So there's no rush is basically it. You don't have to rush into a relationship. You don't have to rush into getting commitments. You don't have to rush into having a family. That'll be there waiting for you. That's sort of like the prize once you know who you really are and you want to share all that with. Because you can't share it with them early, because you're not ready to, even yourself, share it with yourself. So I think that's the thing you got to be cautious about. If I was 23 again, I would give myself a little bit more time to do more before I committed to, some type of lifelong commitment. I always thought of myself in a role that I'd be proud of, but I never knew what shape it would take. But once you start getting in the door, you can start navigating and see where your place could be and how to get there. I always let them know I was there. I never was one in a corner. So my feeling was they want me there for a reason. And they give me the ball. I wanted the ball. I could score. And I wanted to show them that I could score. And after that, it takes a life of its own because the expectation is so high. And they support it, and you feel like you've been rewarded, that you can see the next thing that comes along is there for you. And if you want it, it's there for you. So for me, I always looked at it like, I couldn't wait for the next opportunity. And I think I taught myself and I trained myself how to be ready for it.
Yo, what up, man?
Yo, I can't believe it, man. I just survived 23, bro. I survived 23. I really did it, man.
My nigga made it.
I made it, yo. Oh, it's a great day, man. It's beautiful out. I'm 23. I'm young. I'm chilling.